Frank. Hi, everyone. Lunch and learn time with Life is Good with Lead Generation. Today's topic is about educational resources available to you where you can do your own searches for specific topics on how to lead generation. And one of our resources is on the call. Anne Marie, thank you for joining. I'll point to you in just a moment. So I'm just going to share my screen with our slide presentation for today. And as Frank said, they are recorded. And Frank, I have a solution for you, is getting the files to you to upload. Got it for you. Okay, let's get started. So we have resources here for lead generation. And Keller Williams, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but as you're out in the field and you're getting more experience and you're networking with other agents, you are going to find that Keller Williams offers a wealth of on-demand learning for lead generation ideas and training. So I think it's important that you know where to find this information. So let's start with a few things. So first of all, we have KW University. So I'm just going to take you to KW University in the website available to you that has a plethora of information. So when you log on to mykw.kw.com, you're going to open up, obviously, to a place where you can connect on to the other, there's titles here. And what I want you to do is I want you to go to training when you connect. And you're going to go to KW University. So you just click on that. And I've showed this process before, but I just want to reiterate and emphasize this. Here, no ceilings, level up your lead generation. So let's just click on that. This is an opportunity for you. And this is, I am actually going through this process again, and I'm refreshing my skill set because you can become a little bit complacent, stale, stagnant. And every now and then, and that's why many of us go to bold, you need to kind of spruce up your routine. It might seem like you're hearing the same things over and over again, but you're really not, because we are evolving with lead generation. There are tips and tricks in technology. There are tips and tricks in what it means to network. There are tips and tricks in how to connect with people outside of what may be considered traditional. So habits of lead generation, up your game with online lead generation. That's a good one to connect with Chris Norton here in our command technology. Build $1 million database, which we are now calling a data bank, so you can own your future. And there are other topics in here. This is a full training here. So I highly recommend this first training on no ceilings, level up your lead generation. And this is by Jay Papazon. He's one of our key players in Keller Williams. So this is a hard one to pass up. There's also a calendar of training events. So you go on to KW Connect and you're looking at the calendar. Look at the plethora of information here where you can connect to find lead generation. I'm going to take you to the website here of Pivot Shift Ahead. And this is the Facebook page. You can all join. Can you see my screen here of the Facebook page, Pivot Shift Ahead? Is it showing?
How did you get to it?
Yes, we got it.
Okay, thank you for asking that. Let me tell you how I got to it. I went to Facebook. I searched over here on Pivot Shift Ahead. Came right up. You click on it. Pivot Shift Ahead has 97,000 followers. 97,000 followers on Pivot Shift Ahead. Here are this is James Shaw. Again, key player in Keller Williams. He's the expert in training, and he is happy to provide training videos of topics that we need. And I represent our office on these educational mastermind groups that are held once a month. So anybody on the call, if you need a topic that you can't seem to find, we can pass it on to James Shaw, and he's more than happy to create this type of training for us and get us more information than what we have available to us. So first of all, James Shaw offers an 8 a.m. Monday morning coaching call. Great for mindset, great for tips and tricks. Once a week, he offers some sort of training session, and he's starting these Wednesdays where these newcomers to real estate and how they've closed $400,000 and $500,000 in GCI in their first and second years. And these individuals are sharing their tips, techniques, and best practices to us so that we too can increase our business. So this is a great resource. Many of you, I've talked about the golden letter, sending out the golden letter. I've mentioned that in this. This is where it came from. Here are the recent files. These are all PDFs. All you got to do is download them. Let me click on that for you. Look at the list of resources here, not only for lead generation, but for other aspects of your business. So you can certainly search here for the topic. Look, little search there for the file. Go ahead and search that for the golden letter. So again, there are educational resources that are available to us, but I'm not done yet because I talked about KW University. I talked about Pivot Shift Ahead. I also want to talk about Anne-Marie, who's available in our office for in-office coaching. Anne-Marie runs seminars and she's running, I know Ignite, she's run a couple of times. So please don't hesitate, enroll, get your best tips and tricks and best practices for lead generation. I also just want to go back to KW University. I showed you a calendar of events. I showed you a key player, Jay Papazon, and his lead generation, but there's more there too I want you to explore. Here's the KW University on Demand. We click on that. All you need to do is search lead generation. And let's have to. And let's see what comes up. Look at this. Lead generation. Build on principles and best practices of foundational courses such as Ignite, which I mentioned earlier. Systematizing lead generation. These are upcoming courses. Conversations with James Shaw and his guests that he has on his Pivot Shift videos. Turn your page into a listing machine. Okay. This is listing generation. This is your page, your Facebook page. Lots of things here. Add a leader contact to your command app. Okay. So there's lots of things here for you to do. Community partnerships, a great way of lead generation. So there's a lot of topics here for you to explore in what you might need in your lead generation. Another resource that I want you to see is when you go into the KW Connect, there is also the Connect Live Calendar, which I already showed you, but there are also, when you click on Just Connect, there's a whole bunch of topics here. Mega Camp may be an avenue for you to explore, not only networking, but learning tips and tricks. This is very educational, by the way, in the way of lead generation learning. Let's go back to resources here. Another thing I want to show you. MAPS coaching. Coaching in the office. So there's two types of coaching. There's private coaching and there's group coaching. When we talk about group coaching, it's going to be a bold class, all about coaching. Group coaching here, where it's specific topics. So these are specific topics that you can look at and explore. So let's look at the Mega Listing Agent, how to generate leads for listings. 50 Facebook sales in 50 days. I took this class, great class. You go into in-depth exploration and details about using Facebook for lead generation. Never-ending referrals. This is another group class, how to set yourself up for referrals and the many ways to explore that. So this is just, again, another resource in the KW Connect that you feel free to, click around and find something that works for you. So that was the coaching piece of it. And don't forget, Anne-Marie's in our office. I'm going to keep plugging Anne-Marie at the moment. Masterminds. This is another opportunity for you to join and mastermind with individuals who around lead generation or other aspects of your business. But it certainly is an opportunity for lead generation. Then there are individual communities. So let's say you want to explore different communities. And what I mean by communities are luxury division. You know, how do I get involved with luxury? How do I lead generate for luxury? So there are many videos that Brady Sandall is creating and making available to us for educational purposes. Let's look at some other, if you're interested in new construction, new homes construction, there's training here. Land. If you're a professional under the age of 40, this is the Young Professionals membership. Feel free to join that. Great way to connect and learn. Specialty in military. So this is serving our military, but it's also the discipline of someone who made success, who really created success for himself in real estate, his tips and techniques and what he did. So this is another way and of course, sports and entertainment. So those are some other learning aspects to the communities that we have here. Anybody, I'm going to just pause here for a moment if anybody has any questions. Nothing so far. Frank, did you want to add?
How many people have actually, you know, seen this before or explored Connect at this depth? Have you all been digging into this? What's available on our intranet?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah, this is, you know, I think Connect is understated. You know, we give Command a lot of credit for developing that, you know, with Google and Facebook and all those people. But, you know, the Connect intranet here, this connects all of our agents, associates globally. It's quite impressive, you know, that everybody in this company is on the same platform with access to the same information and resources. And really, it's just, you know, maybe a keyword search away, you know, from finding what you want.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't find something on Connect, you know, reach out to me, Lori, or anybody, and we'll help you find it. If you also notice, we came out with the recent Agent Success Guide, this document, which was shared and sent around. If you have the latest copy of this, this is an in-office document we put together. It's to help navigate some of these intranets, but this will also streamline and take you, you know, shortcuts to some of these places. So thanks again, Lori. This is really, really good stuff.
Yeah, it is. And again, you know, there's just so many opportunities here. By all means, please, 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 you know, ask. We're happy to share all of this with you. There is, you know, there's just a wealth of information here. So, you know, take the time, you know, click around, you know, go to the calendar, see what they may have. You know, today is Thursday. You know, they have, there's a 12 o'clock. This is not hours, but there are opportunities to click here as far as, you know, what might be available to you or what you might need. I mean, customize your training. And if you're stuck about customize your training, ask somebody, you know, ask one of the, you know, seasoned agents to help you. There's also an agent curriculum here in KW University. So by all means, click on that. You know, there's things here, you know, customer experience, win-win negotiations, 6 personal perspectives. Here we go, lead generation. So this kind of gives you an already established curriculum for yourself. You know, when you join Anne-Marie's classes, Anne-Marie provides an already established curriculum that will cover all this. Bold gets into deeper and a more active training where you have to produce results for those six or 8 weeks that you're in that class. So it's really, you know, there's just a lot here when it comes to lead generation. I'm seeing some chat things here, so I want to go ahead and just make sure that I answer some of these questions. Pivot group, yes, pivot group is really good. Any other questions? Anybody typing anything? I don't want to miss anything here. Oops. Okay, I'll leave it at that for now. This is supposed to be, you know, quick. Don't want to take all your lunchtime. But it's just a refresher on other resources available that, you know, we're touching on things just quickly for lunchtime. You either add it to your list of I need to explore something, or yes, it's on my list, my agenda for educational purposes, but also some quick tips and tricks that you can get started with now, to really boost your lead generation. So with that, I thank everybody for joining. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask, and have a great weekend. Sell something.
Thank you.